Merge Masters 2025. Here we go. This is our entry into the compact class. Going pretty well. This came together really quickly after I decided to enter. Had a lot of time on my hands, so this kind of escalated very quickly. But sit down, enjoy the slideshow, and see where we're at. Alright guys, don't mind the messy hair, but this is my Merge Masters entry. There you have it. Little messy at the moment, but short and Stryfe, obviously. Done with the jig to do so. Love that. Obviously this is the sender, the Nerf Pro sender stock, a CETA top rail, dart tag. Don't know the name of that, but that's cool. Same with this guy here, adding a nice flow here, and a secondary rail in the front to add some front hand leverage, because this is a Bullpup, obviously, mag behind the trigger. And this is going to be full auto, so it will be kind of cool to get the wiring and everything done in here. We're going to maintain the battery area, and all our extra wiring is going to go down here in the section of Kronos, which has a little rival rail here. Different than the Picatinny rail, but rival rail. Needed a filler. And all this will be ground down before we putty and epoxy. Everything at the moment is only held in with hot glue externally. But the main shell has been plastic welded. So you can see that has been plastic welded, and we have the mag inserts that go there for the Talon magwell. So there you have it. That's the beginning and the first day of my Merge Masters build. There it is, all kind of set together. You can get the profile view. There's going to be support on this one over here, but these just kind of give it like that. Kind of gives me like Firefly kind of looks on the front of that. It is pretty cool. I like that a lot. And it is straight. The seam is good all the way down. And it is level to itself. So I did make sure that there was no highs and lows. And the way that this kit is, it brings this battery area up. So you maintain all of that, and it matches the line. Just the line, it's perfect. It's beautiful. And now you can see the trigger work. Obviously, we're just going to run that. The mag insert and mag release. Also some of that plastic welding that is done with actually ABS printer filament, just to make sure there was nothing bad going on there. Another shot of the external side. I do really love how that all came together. You have the internal of the switches assembly, top trigger, bottom rev trigger. All came out really good. We are starting the DevCon process on the outside here, filling in all that. Inside, making sure all those pieces are bonded together and not going anywhere anytime soon. You can see we're starting the green stuff process. That is the epoxy putty I chose to use. And not really a big fan of it, but it did end up working. And then we are using Bondo glazing putty to just make sure all our holes and cracks are filled in. All right there, guys. So Merge Masters 2025 update. We're in paint. Yeah, we're in paint. So we're running medium quasar metallic blue. want you guys to see that. Now you can. As our top coat, we're running vinyl dye as our base coat, like always. We are running a metallic black shimmer for some parts. Not sure if you guys can see some of the shimmer there. Kinda. This does not have clear coat on it yet, so it does not necessarily pop. But we have a lot of hand detailing to do and some vinyl decals to make, which will make this pretty cool. And a lot of stuff to do inside of it as well. But the body is looking great. Let me show you the inside. So there's the outside of it. I'll go over it all in the video for this thing, but there's a lot of pieces here. This is my little custom paint booth thing, and this thing kind of is all the biggest object that could really go in it this way. But anyway, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 6 blasters in this thing, because the handle is not on this at the moment, because it's a separate color. So yeah, that is the Merge Masters update. Really, really surprised how well this thing and quickly this thing went together. I will have clips of this thing being done and do overviews from here on out. Kind of fell together really quickly, so pretty fun, pretty cool, and let's keep going. It's always fun to see the bin of scraps as you're making these kind of things. This is half of the amount of sandpaper. Not as much as I would normally use, but that glazing putty made it pretty easy. You can see all our highs and lows are filled in. That is wet sanded to 2000 grit. Usually about as high as I go. And yeah, you can kind of see what we're dealing with here. This was obviously before the painting process. Kind of came out really good. I can't really complain at all. So enjoy the rest of the slideshow. Hello there everyone, and good morning. This is Kyle from Twisted Modworks, and this is a modification overview slash slideshow of my Merge Masters 2025 compact. This is Endeavor. This is a Bullpup Auto Stryfe. Stryfe bits right there. And this was a really, really fun build. This was done over the course of 5 days. The quickest I have ever done something like this. Did have some time on my hands, so I did go ahead and just, finish it, which kind of interesting. But yeah, you heard me. This is a full auto Stryfe. So first, let's go over the bits that are in this blaster to make it what it is. we have obviously the main body of the Stryfe here to here. It has been cut in half for the Talon conversion. This is a Chronos back area with rail, a Nerf Pro Sender stock to give it this really nice ability. You just want to choke up on this. This is just where you want to be. This is a Ceta top rail, a Spectre barrel, and just so we can have an orange tip, a Rival knockout kind of back section area for a nice secondary foregrip area, because this is right where you want to be on this thing. It's nice, it's compact. And we have a dart tag handle. No clue what it's from. I know it's dart tag. It's the best I got. All that considered, that is 5 or 6 blasters into this thing. Obviously, like I said, this is a Talon capable full auto blaster. This also has a LED kit up in the front here and a voltmeter on the opposite side, all controlled by the 2-way toggle switch. You bring it to the front, you would have lights. You bring it to the back, you will have voltage. Okay, we are going to go ahead and wire this up. First, I'm going to use the 2S just for strictly functionality. This was a 3S build. We will go over the internals shortly. There's our XT60. A lot of wiring in this very small package. Wiring for the LEDs. The switches are down here. The motors, the pusher motor, you can see the pusher box right here. The voltmeter. There is a lot of extra pieces in here requiring wiring, so it gets really, really cramped. And with that 2S kind of just sitting here, you can see we do have LEDs. There is 3 LED strips here. One is in the front, one is in the back, and one runs right across this ridge right here. And of course, we have voltmeterage in green on that side. For internals, we are running a set of out-of-dart low-key 3S motors. And I had a hell of a time getting these into this space because of this is a 3D printed motor cover, but it has been bonded to the shell and then puttied all the way around and smoothed out. So it doesn't have a seam, doesn't really have an end or a beginning. It looks like it's part of the shell, which is what I wanted. But that left creases on the inside and overhangs that I then couldn't cut to make more clearance. As far as the cage goes, this is a 39 crush Daybreak cage, obviously running Daybreak wheels. So it's a very, very good powerhouse. The auto kit in this thing is a Out of Darts blue half metal gearbox. With that gearbox does come a pusher motor. I did not use that pusher motor as I am running a Out of Darts 3S Valkyrie. With it being on a 2S, still a pretty good rate of fire. Not what this blaster was designed for, however. This expanded battery door, which is not her battery door, is excessive, but that is the actual rate of fire. Before we go into the firing demo, I am going to go over paint. This is nothing new for me. Obviously, the adhesion to make this all one piece is done with plastic welder / DevCon. I use DevCon, but you can use plastic welder if you are more of a fan of that. We have marine epoxy putty, really good for bonding to plastics. And of course, we have a Bondo spot putty, just to fill all those cracks and creases. And that is topped with a black vinyl dye on every single piece you see, including Endeavor's battery door, which is a stack situation. It is the original battery door with the expanded on top. It originally had holes in it. It's all smoothed and glossed over. That took a while. And then we topped it with a gloss Quasar blue and a little spritz of a green to give it that kind of speckled look. I do love that. And of course, we top that off with a 2K clear from Duplicolor. That happens sometimes. Making this very, very fun to use. And a really, really interesting thing. There's so much wiring jammed everywhere. It is honestly crazy. Okay, firing. There's about 16 darts in this mag right now. Nothing too crazy. Pushers back, load it up, slam in, good. And now, of course, we fire it, right? Did have a skippage there. Felt it stand up. This magazine does not like having the extender on the bottom, and the spring is a little not so springy. Other than the rate of fire, it's pretty quick. That magazine didn't keep up, but this Adventure Force one probably will. We are gonna do a few chrono shots, one dart at a time. This is not meant for trigger control. This is meant for mag dumping, but we're gonna go ahead and give it a try. I'm not in mag roll all the way. 3. I'm going through the chronograph. 125. I know that's low. With it mag dumping, it was hitting 136 with multiples. Never gonna find these. I really should have a third switch in here. I was going to. Ugh. But plans changed. Okay, we're gonna try mag dumping and see our chronograph readings. Yeah, that last one shot out at 167. So there you go. Between those 3 to 4 shots, we got anywhere from 130 to 167. That last one, obviously, being the 167. That's what I was averaging while testing this while making it. Even just the flywheel cage, with nothing else in here, was averaging around 150 for just darts. Obviously half darts, because that's what this does run. Why would you want to make something like this when you can buy something like this that does perform better? The only answer I can really have to that is to have your personal touch in everything that you want. I wanted a really tight, close quarter CQB style blaster. Now, it's a little bit more compact than I wanted it to be, but it fits me. This is the appropriate distance from handle to stock. For me, this is perfect. I can still choke up, and I'm able to very quickly access the floppy paddle mag release and change mags. No problem. Doesn't matter the hand that I wielded with. It's very, very easy to get very acquainted with this very quickly, and you want to keep using it to just keep mag dumping. Everyone, that is Endeavor. Now, there's a few little quirk things here. The voltmeter bezel, the magazine release, and rev switch are all made out of resin. That was a very hard process to learn. These are not perfect by any means. They're sanded and filled and all that fun stuff, just so they're nice and smooth. That was my first experience with it, and if you're gonna do that kind of thing, get the right stuff. Just get the right stuff, not even a question. But I did try it, and it did work. It took like 3 days to fully cure. It's fine. But that is Endeavor. Obviously, all my logos are done using my Cricut Air 2. And this is white vinyl, and of course, you know I had to go with my holographic looking vinyl. Pretty cool. And yeah, anyone is capable of making this stuff. It's not just people who want or need it. It's gonna be people who just want to make stuff. I always like making stuff. Having that personal touch is so nice, and come on, it looks so cool. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. This has been the journey of making Endeavor. To be doing more like this soon, and we are definitely going to be going back for round 2 of the MERS Masters competition in a separate category. And, yeah. Thank you guys very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the stuff we like making here. Literally this kind of stuff. This kind of stuff is fun, because we get to have our touch and everything, but this kind of stuff is where it really, really lies. Thank you guys again, and as always, peace out, bros.